Hello and thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your July monthly tarot card reading. If you haven't already and would like to check out your free 3-card tarot spread, then you can do so in the description box beneath this video. They're written for the past, present and future tenses in mind, so you really get an overarching idea and feel for what's going on in your specific circumstance. But if you would like a more detailed view, you can always reach out to me directly for a live or recorded one-to-one session. I'd also be really honoured if you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. That way you get alerted every time Patrick and I drop a new video, and this includes our daily show. But without further ado, let's get into our reading to see what July holds for you. Hello Gemini, and thank you so much for joining me for your tarot reading for July 2020. Let's see what this month holds for you. So we're going to have a dive into your present situation. The card that comes up here is the 9 of Pentacles for your present situation. This is a fantastic card, actually. It's one of the most fruitful in terms of your material world cards that can come up. The 9 of Pentacles is about your harvest being brought in, and so if you have been waiting for news that involves your finances, this could be a positive omen. It could be a positive omen in terms of your career, job front, anything that involves your material success and your material comfort. So you could well hear some news this month. I'm feeling like it's more towards the start of the month for you here, Gemini. Let's have a little look at what's blocking you though. We have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is actually a really positive card. It is about enterprise, it's about business, it's about new ideas, innovation. As a blockage card, it could be that you might be finding it a little bit difficult to get your ideas down. A good example of this would be a business plan. You know, you've got the ideas, but you need to send in the business plan for the loan, and it's difficult to get your ideas on paper. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling from this. So it doesn't mean that your material success is completely blocked. It just means that you might have to get a little bit practical, a little bit ordered and structured, organized to see those things come into full fruition. We're going to have a little look now at the foundation of your situation. Well, this is a beautiful spread for you, Gemini, so far. You have the Ace of Wands as your foundation card. So this is what your life is built upon at the moment. The Ace of Wands, you have another ace here. So, you know, these two aces. The Ace of Wands is about our creativity. So if we think of the Ace of Swords here about our logic, getting things organized in our minds logically, this is our creativity. You're bursting with it. Ideas, again, like invention and business, but in this way it's like you're being free to express exactly what it is that interests you. It could be some sort of new hobby. Maybe if the lockdown is easing in your situation, you're able to go back to work, or perhaps you're able to re-engage with a hobby that you were enjoying. It could be something to do with your fitness. But I feel you're going to be buzzing with ideas this month, Gemini. And a new lease of energy coming in, particularly if you felt frustrated or if you felt a little bit drained. Now, your past here, Gemini, is the Hanged Man. This is actually a card that reminds me of you in some ways. I always get an Aquarius feel with this card as well. It's very much about not acting, right? The Hanged Man, it may look a little bit jarring, but he's actually pretty chilled and relaxed. And I think there's a side to your energy, a side to your sign that does let things go, that can be very laid back and mellow. And I think that sometimes the best course of action is to just stand back and just watch. It doesn't mean that you don't take action on things that are important, but you give yourself time to think things through. And so this coming up in a past card, it could be that the time to act is coming now, but you have given yourself that space to just weigh your options up. This also represents your individualism. So perhaps it's like really coming into breaking out and allowing your individuality to shine this month, Gemini. Now, the card here that's spiritually crowning you is the King of Swords. Another air card. Well, this represents you perfectly. This is you, Gemini, whether you're male or female. And this is the energy that's crowning you in a spiritual sense. The King of Swords is someone who is respected, is somebody who is very logical, is very good business, acumen. And it could be that a lot of people may come to you for advice this month. I think you're going to be really seen as an authority in your field. People sort of looking up to you. But this also means that you can cut through any BS, shall we say. You're going to know who's telling you the truth, who's not, who's best to work with, who's on your side. You're going to know basically to pick your allies wisely, and I think this is a really great thing. It's like really coming into your power. So we'll see what's happening for you in your immediate future. You have another Pentacles card. This is a Six of Pentacles this time. The Six of Pentacles is often a card about charity, so it could be that you are a benefactor to some sort of help. It could also be that you are the one giving the aid. Particularly if you're involved in philanthropic work. This is a card of balance. Sometimes in life we have to be the ones that are open to receiving help, because we all go through challenges in life where sometimes we need assistance. And then there are other times in life when we're in better positions, particularly financially, when this card comes up, that we can help others. And so I feel like this month you could be helping out family members, or if it isn't materially, it could definitely be, I'm not getting so much emotionally here, but just helping them structure in a logical way. So if somebody around you is like being very hypersensitive and is struggling to work through their emotions, then I feel your logic and patience and kindness could really come in and help them. So your state of mind for the month of July, wow, you're very pentacly and very airy this month, Gemini. This is a Ten of Pentacles. Again, a fantastic card relating to your finances. This can be inheritance. But this is also about enjoying the life's luxuries, and they don't have to be the big ticket items either. This can be enjoying your home, so some kind of DIY, beautifying where you live. The Nine of Pentacles that you got here in your present situation is about the harvest coming in, and the 10 is when you have already gathered everything up and you're just sitting, relaxing, enjoying it. So I don't know whether some of you will be able to take some kind of vacation, depending on your travel limitations, or maybe just if you have been working through this lockdown, maybe you get a well-deserved week off. It's just about feeling very secure and safe. And I feel in your mind this month, because this is your state of mind card, that you are going to be feeling that safety and security. So let's have a look at your outside influence here, Gemini. You pull a major arcana card, and this card is death. The death card very rarely signals death, but it can. Sometimes it can, and this is something that we're all going to experience in life. It could be that thoughts of past loved ones come up into your mind, and you're just thinking of them fondly, really. But on a more spiritual level, death really kind of represents metamorphosis and change. Now, as an outside influence, it could be that this change is thrust upon you in some way. But I don't think it's anything you can't handle. I think it's actually something that you'll welcome. This idea of death, there's also a release that comes with it. So something from the outside that has been putting pressure on you might be released in some way, and you can find yourself just like breathing that sigh of relief, and like a burden has been lifted in some capacity. Now, your hopes and fears for this month, Gemini, you have the Six of Wands here. Fantastic card. This is about victory, success, recognition, awards, can be fame in some ways. So you could see yourself getting some kind of award, or just being recognized for any hard work you've put in. This could be linked to any charitable work that you have been doing. It could be that you've set up a GoFundMe page or something for somebody, and you kind of get a bit of recognition for that. It could be that in the workplace your talents and skills are really recognized. Even in your home life, people could say, thank you so much for doing all the shopping, keeping everybody sane, together and safe. And so I think this is going to really give you a boost this month, Gemini, particularly if you have felt in the past that your gifts have not been recognized. And your outcome here, Gemini, we have here the devil as your outcome. So the devil really means something that we are attached to. In a more sinister way, this can be addictions, affairs even. So, some people might be going through that. In a different way, it's about becoming less attached to our material needs and wants. And so I feel like if this success does come to you and you do get some windfalls, just try to stay a bit detached from it. Manage your resources well, of course, but still have this logical head on yourself, because all our situations can flow and ebb and change. So, you might feel the urge that you just want to splurge out. Maybe you should if you feel like you deserve to do that and you haven't done that for a while. But when this card comes up, it's sometimes just a bit of a warning to just rein in our impulses. If we have an impulsive sort of feeling, desire, think things through. Be a bit more like the Hanged Man before you make any big decisions, because our situations can always change. But overall, I feel for you, Gemini, this is a fantastic month where you're really going to feel a lot more fruitful and a lot more secure in your circumstances. Thank you so much for joining me this month. I really do feel very honoured to have you in this space and to be in your presence. If you would, again, like to check out your free 3-card tarot spread, you can do so by clicking the link beneath this video. And if you would like to reach out for a one-to-one recorded, live or emailed reading with me, I'd be honoured to do that with you as well. But until we speak again next month, take care and have a very safe month. Alyssa.